Hello, and welcome to the Sunday Chat.
Welcome, welcome. Happy Sunday, everybody.
Yes, happy Sunday.
Good to see everybody already in here. Bob, Kaler's Aquatics,
Thank you for being here.
Crown Tail, Whips World,
Hello,
Stephen P, Mystery Snail Guardian, snailed it.
Welcome, welcome.
It has been a weekend.
It has been a weekend. I worked yesterday, so that took up yesterday.
Fish Fam Christmas, Merry Fishmas. Yes, yes.
Hello, hello. And
Yeah.
today's just been full of. I'm super excited because the Keystone Clash is coming up this next week. I'm super excited, but because Jesse's not going, I have to get there myself. And the travel anxiety is already hitting hard. And all day today, I have been like hyper fixed on being scared that I know where the parking lot is. It's not that I don't know where it is that there's the parking lot's going to be full and I don't know where else to go. So it's not even, there's nothing I can do about it, but I'm trying to combat that today. So Jesse has heard me complain about it all day.
Fish Central, welcome.
But I'm so excited. Once I get to the airport, everything is completely good. I have friends from, it's just the 2-hour drive to the airport, which I'm not as scared about as I used to be. But that parking lot that we like to go to is the first one that gets full. So I'm like, man, Thursdays are surprisingly really busy at the airport. So yeah. I'm like, everything will be okay. You're an adult. Grow up. Give myself a pat on the back.
Well, it'll be fine. As soon as you get in the airport.
Yeah.
I know you're excited to go to the class.
I'm so excited. And like I said, once I get to the airport, I have friends from there on out. People are going to take care of me and make sure, like Bunny Viper, I'm gonna ride on the airplane and we're all gonna ride. Like, I'm completely fine. This is an irrational freak out.
Bunny Viper, welcome. Danikin, Kenny.
Welcome. So, no, are you worried about flying? I'll be there. And yeah, I'm not. It's not so much the flying that freaks me. I've flown a lot. It's once I get to the airport, I'm good. It's the travel and the lead up to it that I have to worry about. If the car's going to break down, if I'm going to get a flat tire, if the parking lot's going to be full, if like
it's all the things most people don't worry about.
It's the anxiety just talking about it. And so I'm forcing myself to get over it because and we have pretty much experienced it. We got on going to Orlando, it was wintertime, like super winter. It was straining on the interstate for an hour on ice. And but once we got there, it was like perfect weather. We've been like super rainy where so I should be fine. Yeah, there an airport shuttle? There is, but it is extremely more I didn't think it was that expensive. I don't know what I had in my head, but that many numbers was not it.
Karen Sue, welcome. Scuba Steve, what's going on? Oh, that's awesome. You got your hotel booked for Chicago, yes. Man. That's awesome.
Yeah, I need to pack too, Bunny. I either pack too early where it's way too early or I wait to the exact last moment possible. And I feel like this trip is going to be one of those trips, you know?
Jenna P.
Oh, welcome. I'm excited though. Like I said, once I get there, I'll be good because I have people to take care of me. But
oh, yeah.
The flying part, I don't know. I don't like it. It's not like my favorite thing, but you get there so much like the time you save, and I travel worse in a car. So even though I just have to zone out, I like the window seat, and then I'm good.
Steve-O, yeah, well, they're talking about the Clash, but
I'm equally excited. I am working
Chicago is literally right around the corner.
Yes. And
I think we should not overlook that. It's not as packed.
I'm working on it currently.
It's not as packed as far as tight time-wise as it was between the Triple Crown and Dallas.
We have a week.
We have a week in between, whereas before there was no time.
Mm-hmm.
But yes, that getting everything planned out and ready, that's I think that's really what gets Kerri going on all these minor details that most people wouldn't freak out about. But she freaks out about all the little bitty tiny stuff.
Bob, were you talking about the shuttle from the airport to the hotel? Yeah, no, there's not. It's like 45 minutes away, I think. And when I used to travel a lot I used to do this a lot more with hair stuff. When I used to train with hair color, I traveled a lot more and by myself, and seems like it gets worse the older I guess I shouldn't have took so much time off of traveling, because I used to just been like on it, but I don't know.
Fish Central. Well, thank you. Thank you.
It's a mess right now. Last week, if you tuned in, I jinxed myself because last week I was like, I'm having one of those good weeks. I'm super responsible, and I should have kept my mouth shut, because what goes up must come down.
Master Aquatics, Eduardo, how's it going?
The takes still look good. The fish look good. It's just usually I'm down here picking on something every day, organizing, cleaning something. Now, today, I've just been whining about a parking spot.
Yeah, I was going to say, the GCCA swap was this weekend.
I think
Whips World. He was just in Chicago.
Yeah.
Saw Jason and Joanne.
Yep.
That's awesome. Hope everything went good at the swap.
Yeah, one of these days, one of these months, we need to go because it's not that far. Chicago is the show that we drive to. It's the only one that we drive to. And I think, well, no, I take that back now. We drive to the ones in Tennessee. But it's like 6 hours kind of north instead of east. But it's still like 6 hours.
Yeah, well, 6 hours with stops. It's we can do it in like 5, but we usually kind of podunk our way up there, so to speak. We just kind of take our time because it's not really it's an easy drive.
Yeah, I'm a small for sure. Shirt size. This is like completely unrelated, but my mom was she was to a dress shop and she was shopping for dresses, and she's like, Kerri, try these on. I was like, Mom, like I like dresses, but nothing ever fits. Like everything needs to be altered so bad. And there wasn't a single dress that I liked. That's the kind of default that I liked. That didn't need more alterations than the dress cost. And I was like, this is why I live in t-shirts and leggings and hoodies. Because this was no part of being fun. Like when my mom was trying on dresses, it was really fun. And then they switched to me and I was like, no.
Not so much so.
I was like, I can look at the headbands.
Oh, you're funny. No, it has been a weekend. She worked. I had my daughter's birthday party yesterday.
That was a whirlwind.
And then Friday night, even though I know a lot of you in here, it's going to be kind of a double-sided sword, so to speak. I'll walk the line on this one. I am an outdoorsman, and gigging season opened up. So we went fish gigging, and it was a blast.
Yeah.
We had a blast, and I learned an awful lot more about a particular fish that I do not normally jack around with at all. My son does. and we got into a patch of gar, and he was a gar getting fool, and they have abnormally thick, very tough skin, hide. Their scales is almost like armor. You cannot puncture them. They're a very hardy fish, so to speak, in that aspect.
On the other swing of things, the tadpoles in the outside pond have grown into tiny little fingernail thumb sized little frogs, and they're so cute, and they're jumping out. So in the front yard where we park our cars in the driveway, when you walk up to the porch, you have to be careful because all those little frogs are starting to make their way around to the front of the house, and they're so cute. So you can have a fishing story, and I have a cute frog story. Balance it out. You know?
Yeah. Well, I know everybody in here is a hobbyist, but I'm sure there's some people that also recreationally fish.
Yeah.
I like both sides of the coin, and I do look at things a little different now that when I go out and I do that stuff. Again, I was paying a lot more attention to, like, wow, what's the structure of the scales and everything on these really big gar that we were getting.
Yeah.
And
it'd been cool to see, but I was at work. I was doing some hair. Yeah.
There's a little more learning aspect to it to me now than just, hey, I'm going to go fishing and get some food.
You look at it just a little bit different.
Yeah, I think about it a little different anymore, and have a good time with it. Always looking. And see, well, there, Eduardo, he's like, I don't like fishing, but he likes to eat fresh fish. So.
He has a hard time finding dress sizes too, just like me, according to what he wrote earlier.
There's a lot of people that have that problem.
Dress shopping, blah. I never can find that special dress. I can't.
Well, there's some people that really like dress shopping, and I am not one of them. That is not me, for sure, in any way, shape, or fashion.
So that's about as exciting as we've been.
Well, we got to get everything. We haven't kept up on the tank maintenance this go around.
I'm too busy to have this much anxiety because I need to pack for really, honestly, kind of like we did before. I pack for both trips, and if you see me both trips, then guess what? You just get to see me in the same outfit. So love you much. But
Whip's World, that's hilarious.
What?
That's a funny comment.
Oh.
We'll just let the chat read that one. I won't repeat that one, but yes, that's funny.
But yeah, I gotta pack. I gotta do the tanks. We need to record the podcast. We need to record the podcast because I need to I always like to get the house super clean and scrubbed down before I leave, because the weekend that I leave for this trip, his cousins are coming down to visit. So the house, it's not bad, but it could use some more.
Well,
the miscellaneous socks that never have a match, they're in that random laundry basket on the kitchen or on the dining room table, should have a better spot. Like the floor's clean, the counter's clean, the dishes are done, the clothes they're put away enough.
Well, and my cousin's coming up, and they're big outdoorsmen, and they're big into fishing and all that, but they also at the same time are big into, they like aquariums, they like natural stuff, they like outside ponds, things like that.
So are you telling me I need to put some even extra effort, like do what you do, but do it better?
well, for example, they're going to be super fascinated in the tank that is actually behind the camera of us, the Amica Splendid tank, because the Amica Splendens look like little bass and
Yes.
they attack and eat like little
Mhm.
bass do. So
Are you telling me my tanks are dirty?
no.
That's like that's equivalent to asking you if this dress makes me look fat. Like, are you telling me that I need to do tank maintenance? Is that the way of saying, like,
is that
you're
kinda,
being lazy?
is that kind of like the joke of where the lady is standing in front of the mirror and she asks her husband, she's like, I don't like nothing. Just give me a compliment. This dress makes me look fat. I don't feel good. I'm getting big, blah blah. Give me a compliment, honey. Well, your eyesight's perfect.
Oh, goodness.
Is that the adage you're going with there?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
I've spent all afternoon cleaning and doing laundry, and I'm still not finished. It's never ending. I get the laundry finished, and it might last like I can't even say at night, like a few hours. And Jesse helps me with the laundry, but he doesn't fold it or put it away. So the laundry's finished when it's clean. So you can just lay on it and use it like a pillow, and it's good. It's clean. It might smell like my nasty feet, but hey, it's clean.
Lefty, how's it going?
Welcome,
the Zen Ginger.
Oh,
hello. The crew is here.
Welcome to our interesting Sunday Funday Live Chat. But yeah, the laundry is never ending. Just never ending. And I just understand more now that as I've gotten older, my mom, things she used to say, like, I'm just like, oh, I understand that now.
Whip's World. I make Mrs. Whip pack for me, and then I yell at her for not packing all the clothes I wanted. And why she puts up with it. Well, I do about the same thing. Whenever we go, I pull my clothes out, and then Kerri goes through. Then Kerri goes through them, and then really? I get things cut off.
Is that the truth?
Yes. Yeah. You're like, no, not this. No, you should bring this.
He throws what he wants, which is probably an accurate amount of clothes for him because he's a dude. So you just don't need as much, you know? And then if I feel like he needs maybe 2 more pairs of socks and maybe 3 more pairs of underwear and 1 nice shirt, I might just, throw that in there. But I have everything the night before we leave. I have everything packed, ready to go by the door. Our outfits folded for the airplane. Everything's triple, quadruple checked because I have freaked out about it for about 3 weeks.
Skull Aquatics, how's it going? New local Austin. Just got through going over his tanks. Just put in fishies. Mm-hmm. Oh, that's awesome, man.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Skull, hope you're doing well.
Yeah, it's probably for my own. I probably agree. I just pack it like that for my own sanity. But I do all the toiletries. Like if it was up to you, there would be no shampoo. There would be no soap. There would be most definitely no like hair stuff or makeup.
Oh yeah, I need lots of hair stuff and makeup. I don't have hair.
Shoes.
I don't have hair. I have more hair on my face for these, and it's a fish trip. I just have to look like I have to be functional. I have to
bring that much stuff to stay neutral, just to look human, so people don't go, "You look so tired. Has this show been stressful? Do you need to go get some?" No, I just don't have no makeup on.
Misfit Reptiles and Aquatics.
Oh,
how's it going? Mike's Aquatics and Things. How's it going today on this fine Sunday?
Yes. It is a nice day. I thought it was going to rain this morning, but it did not.
Yeah, we thought we were going to have fall weather, and then next week it's climbing right back up into the 90s again.
Is it?
Yep.
Lefty sent me a weather report because I did not know if I needed to pack like pants or what. which I still haven't packed anything. So I guess you just did me a favor and I didn't haven't done anything yet. But it's supposed to be like 77. So it's going to feel kind of nice. It's going to be like fallish. It's going to feel kind of nice.
Oh, yeah.
But Lefty keeps, on his chat the other day, they were talking and I was like, I bet Lefty keeps his temperature of his room like 65 degrees. Just 60. And I'm the type that keeps my hotel room at like 76 and I get cold like 78. Like I keep it pretty warm. And I was thinking, I'm like, I got a pack for like the dead of winter. And he's like, I won't freak you out. But I was like, man, I'm going to have to bring some hoodies because I want you to be comfortable too. But I'm like, I get cold, but oh well, I'll make do. It'll be fun.
Well, it doesn't matter. You're the only person I know in the middle of July in the morning, you're still putting on a sweatshirt.
Mm-hmm. Well, see, I get so hot and I sweat because I'm like, get these hot flashes. But then when you get up, you're so sweaty, you get cold because you're sweaty. And then you're just, your body's confused and you don't know if you're hot or cold because you're sweaty because you just had like a hellacious hot flash. But now you're freezing because you got to change your shirt because you're so sweaty and then you get frozen. And maybe it's just a me problem, but I don't know.
Well, we're going with Eduardo and Zen Ginger. Layers.
And I've come of that generation where, I don't know, it just seems like everybody my age, we start with a tank top, then we add a t-shirt, then we go for the hoodie, then we'll probably have a jacket.
Well, and I seen earlier that Lefty said he is going to be stuck in the 5th grade for a long time.
Oh, really?
Yes, and layers, Eduardo, it does mean a very packed suitcase for sure.
It does. And you don't even really pack that much. It's just bulky.
Yeah. Well, sweatshirts, any of that stuff is bulky. Extra jackets.
What's world? Yikes! The thermostat in our room will be at 66, maybe 68. And I know.
Big Tank Hank.
Yeah, I always jump in like cozy wear for the airport because I just don't want to be uncomfortable. When I traveled for the hair stuff, as soon as we get off the flight, we usually had to go meet someone. We had to wear like one of those people wearing heels at the airport, and I am so not that anymore.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't see how some of them business guys do it.
You get used
got on
to
that
it.
Suit, all that.
You do
bulkiness.
get used to it, but it's still just.
And then I'm gonna cram myself in a plane next to people.
I just don't like it. I love that job, and I only had to leave because I had the little man, and I couldn't do that with a newborn baby. But man, I don't miss getting like that dressed up like all the time to work on hair because everything got destroyed with hair color anyway. So you'd spend like hundreds of dollars on a business suit or something, and then you just get color on it no matter what. So yeah, last time we went to, I'm wearing flip-flops for the TSA line, socks in my bag. Last time we went it was Dallas, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was Dallas.
When we got up there, they're like, keep your shoes on, keep your belts on. You don't have to take your laptops out of your bag. And it was like, what? And I'm such in a habit of doing that I was like, no, wait, no, I don't have to.
Oh, yeah, it was so
kind of odd.
It was so crazy.
The line was so long, but it was like that at the other airport too. It wasn't just when we went to leave.
Because
so,
I'm used to taking everything out of my pockets and all that and doing all that stuff. I'm taking my hat off and just throwing everything in my hat and running it through. And the guy's like, no, you just walk on through. Just come on through,
like,
man.
They still checked everything really well, but they still did this. But it was just like, it was just enough that we were like, well, that was kind of surprisingly not like, that was a lot easier, but it kind of threw me off.
Yeah,
and it doesn't take much to throw me off.
Well, they've went back to their old.
I don't know. I don't
old
know.
way of doing it pre everything else.
I have no idea. I don't know. But yeah. So I don't know. Maybe it's the same. We'll find out together.
Oh, it'll be fine.
No, it was not. Even when like it's not that big of a deal. I always just wear my tennis shoes. I have a thing. This is really weird, but I have a thing with the top of my feet when my tennis shoes are too tight. But I can't even talk about it. It's just one of those things I can't. So my tennis shoes are always they're just slip on. I tie the laces, but they're really easy to get on and off because there's something about being tight on the top of my foot that just I can't stand it. So it's not that hard. I just slip them on and off. And I always just wear tennis shoes now because I ain't wearing no high heels anymore to the freaking airport. And it was more of I hated the sound. I always felt like I was annoying people because it was like clonk, 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 clonk.
The Garden of Eder.
Oh, welcome.
Grant, and right behind Grant, Shelby. How's it going? Hopefully you're having a wonderful weekend.
Did you take that fall at work so you could go to the clash?
No. I'm taking a fall.
He's taking a fall. He has to pay for it.
I'm taking a fall, all right. Chattanooga Ed, what's going on, Ed?
Welcome. I get to have all the fun, and he gets to. Well, you still get to have fun because your cousins are coming to visit.
Going to work, but Ed, how about them Chiefs, Ed? That's what I'm talking about. Thursday night.
Yeah, you were watching something upstairs, and what did you say he was holding? A mic? One of those dudes just got pummeled on the sidelines. That he was an older fella too. His nose got all cut up. He took a hard hit. I was like, dang.
Chris Howell, welcome.
Hello.
Yeah, we're getting ready for everything. Getting you off to the Clash, then getting ready to go to Chicago.
Yep.
And the Chicago swap was this weekend.
Mm-hmm.
Lots of stuff going on, and for us even today, we got to get back on some tank maintenance again.
Yeah, we did water changes last week, and I've been doing really good with keeping my lights off. I've been doing a lot better. But it's just no matter what, you just get some algae on the glass and you get that hard water line at the rim. And the smaller tanks, they just evaporate so bad. And so.
Yes, Swift's World. Yeah, it just happened in the Cowboys game. Yep. That's what we're talking about. That poor guy.
Ow.
The player was trying to stop. He even grabbed and tried to hold it up and not run the guy completely over.
Mm-hmm.
But he was entirely too close on the sideline. And I can't believe he wasn't backing up out of the way when he seen that coming. But he got mowed down.
Mm-hmm. I believe it's the 8th and 9th. Aquashella, Chicago.
Yes, it is. X Genetics Legacy. How's it going?
Yeah, I always.
Yeah, Chicago's the 8th and 9th because I already know because since I didn't take my fall that Grant alluded to earlier, I had to make sure I did have those days off.
Because we usually get there at the Aquashellas Thursday and we leave Monday, so we'll be there the 6th through the 10th. But the show itself is the 8th and 9th.
Yeah. And I'm
hoping these couple trips that I can get away and not have so many allergies. I know that there's but we'll see. Ugh.
Oh, Fishtober. When's Kerri going to make Fishtober Fest?
I want to go. I don't know. I just want to go out to that
and
area.
Kenny's got such a good show planned too.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be awesome.
Mm-hmm.
And I am sorry that we are going to miss
We're
it.
party poopers for the Fishtoberfest.
Unfortunately, it's not that we want to miss it.
No. I just want to go back to that area, and any excuse, it's just like always bad timing. I was hoping to make Chicago, but too soon after taking off for the Clash. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, and Grant's right. The Garden of Eden. Yeah. There's 4 events booked on the same weekend.
Mm-hmm.
We need a little more cohesiveness on date booking so people know what's going on.
Yeah.
So there's not so much overlap all the time. That would be helpful for these events because there's a lot of people that would like to go to multiple events, and then you're forced to choose.
Yeah. And I don't like to choose. I like to go to all of them. I just need to be YouTube famous. So help share out this live stream and hit that live button so we can go to more shows with your help.
Jay Oliver, hope you're doing well as well, sir.
Yeah.
We
hi.
are healthy and happy on this Sunday. We are.
I've been lurking in a lot of chats lately, but I haven't been it's just kind of been off. The little one was so sick last weekend, but I feel like it's been ages since I've seen and talked to everybody.
Yeah. We still got we still got plants that we need to get planted in tanks.
Yeah,
I'm
they're
looking
in the
around.
tanks, but they're not. It's not where I want them to be by any means. It's just there's not enough time.
Mark, welcome. Good day.
Hi.
Yeah, there's just not enough time. We got too much going on.
Well, I say that, and there's probably I probably get a lot more distracted than I think I do. I know that this will be the second time we get to. I know it's gonna be fun. I'm excited. I just have to get past the parking lot, Once I get past the parking lot, it's smooth sailing and fun times ahead. There will be a parking spot in that parking lot. There will be.
I just find it comical that you worry about the most
There's always one thing.
things.
It's just how my brain works, and I know it is, and I tell myself what I'm doing. There is nothing I can do if it decides to rain. I just don't see very well to drive in the rain, but it's supposed to be clear, and I know the route. There's always something that I just feel like there's just always something. And this particular trip, it seems to be. And usually when we leave when we fly out Thursday morning, and Thursdays are a big travel day, but usually we fly out super early in the morning. And when we leave, it's like 4:30 in the morning. And when we get there, the parking lot's full, but there's still plenty of spaces because it's like super early. This time I wanted to take a later flight because I want to catch up with Stephen P and Jenna P at the airport, and Bunny Viper's it's all gonna work out. But I took a later flight. But later flights mean I don't get there as early to get my parking lot spot. And I've been checking it, and that parking lot has been consistently just full. And the parking garage only has 6% capacity left. So I'm like, man, that's still pretty full. But there's nothing I can do. So why is me getting nervous about it on a Sunday going to do anything for me but stress me out? I don't know.
George, RB3.
But
welcome to Kerri's rant about her.
But see, if I just talk this out with my friends, just talking about it makes me, because I get it talked out, and then I'm like, you know what, by the end of it, I'll be fine, I'll be good. Usually, honestly, it's I'm nervous about the drive because I don't know an exit or something. But yeah, I've looked into how much we don't really have Uber and Lyft here. I think it might be here, but I don't know if it is. But we do have an airport shuttle, but it's surprisingly more expensive than my airline. It's just it's really expensive. So I'll pay the $80 for parking. But this time, I don't know. That one time I was nervous about finding the parking lot with you, but we've driven this route so many times that I know it forwards, backwards, and every which direction. But I have to have something to be nervous about. It just seems like I have to worry about the unknown. Like most people with anxiety, I worry about the unknown things I cannot control. And I just got to go have fun,
Yeah, hearing her rant, George, is just about like even her setting up a tank.
You think?
It'll stuff will go in, and then stuff will come out, and then stuff will go in, and stuff will come out.
You think?
And it's just trying to get her focused on. And it's always the little things that run rampant in her mind.
You think I'd be nervous? I've been to a lot of airports. I really have, doing the hair show stuff. But I have never been to Philadelphia, and you would think I would be nervous about finding like the baggage claim or something in an airport I'm not familiar with, but nope. It's the parking spot at the airport. But I think it's because I know Bunny and everybody's going to be there that I'm like, it's usually just you get kind of in the middle of the pack, and you just follow the pack to the baggage claim, and you wait for your assignment for like where it's coming out at the carousel thing. But I don't know. But I've had a lot of travel issues in the past when I was doing the hair show thing, like getting stuck at a closed airport. I didn't know I had the whole airport. I had to go to a different airport. I've had delays and things canceled. So I've been stuck on the interstate. I've had I don't know. So it's just, the Philly is an easy airport. It's one of the easiest ones I've been to. Well, that does make me feel better. I don't know. I feel like once I see Buddy and once I get there, I'll be perfect. It'll just be like I said, smooth, and it'll be fun. It's just, I got to have something to be nervous about. That's just me.
Freshwater parking stresses me out. I won't go anywhere unless parking's easy.
Oh my gosh, yes. Yeah, I struggled to parallel park even when I was on my driving test. Yeah, me too. Canceled connecting flight was what I'm scared of.
Yeah, canceled connecting flights.
I've been on the airport, on a flight stuck because we were waiting for our terminal. Our terminal wasn't open to get off, and my connecting flight I was like, there it goes, bye. I was like, what do I do now? So I just went up to the ticket lady. I was like, can you help me? And then I had a long delay. I think I was in Denver, if I remember right. I think it turned into like an 8-hour delay. So I just walked around for 8 hours. But yeah, they always take care of me. I always get it figured out. That one time I just had to rent a shuttle I flew into the bigger airport, and my next flight was at a smaller airport because when I was flying back to Missouri, I was flying into Branson. And it was really small. They only had one flight in and out, and it's a really small airport. So I did not realize that. And that took some time, but I've always been okay. And I was really young. I was in my early 20s. I just figured it out. So you think being older and wiser, I still figure it out, but it just, I worry about things more.
Silver Creek Aquatics, welcome. Welcome.
Yes, thank you for being here. Taking in all my crazy stories. I think I'm just really spoiled now because I I haven't done a connecting flight in a long time. I'm pretty spoiled that the ones we fly to, I think I might second guess the trip if I didn't have a direct one way, like just no stops. It's just nonstop. I get on, I get off where I'm supposed to. Because those, I don't, yeah. Just spoiled.
Eduardo, Master Aquatics. Yeah, younger was an issue, but as we get older, we worry more. No patience.
Yeah. We did travel the wrong weekend once. I can't read that.
Whips World?
Yeah.
We did travel the wrong weekend once.
We own week 44. Somehow we went on week 43. It does that. Yeah. I did that. It wasn't traveling, but it was for, this is going to seem really, that's way more. Yeah. This is just for an oil change. I totally showed up to the car place and they're like, what are you talking about? I was like, I have an oil change today. And they're like, no, you don't. It's like, yeah, I do. Look. They're like, no, it's like next week or something. And I would think I was trying to get prepped for one of the road trips to Tennessee or something. I was like, no, it's got to be before the trip. The point of this is, but yeah, I did that for.
She booked an oil change.
I can't remember.
Didn't look at the date.
I didn't pay attention.
Which was hilarious. So she went to the dealership thinking she had an appointment and did not have an appointment.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, even driving now, I lose it ASAP. I become an angry driver. I do too. I have no patience in the school drop-off lane. There is, I have to really control myself. But there's things about the school drop-off in the morning that simple directions, people, if it says no left turns because the it's a 2 mile long, it means no left turns. But driving's the worst. And I just get really nervous when I don't know where my exit is. But meditation, yes. Meditation works.
Hello to you, Crown Tail Half Moon. Hello. Right back at you.
Yes, thank you for being here. I really appreciate it. This is our friend time. If you like dedicated fish chat topics, you can check out our podcast.
Shameless plug.
If Jesse lifts up his shirt, you can see the shirt. I'm proud of it. I like that shirt. Or medication. So I said I can't read anymore. My computer's too far
away. Mike's Aquatics and thing. Medication, perhaps. Small doses of medication. That's funny. Yeah. Yes, there's a lot of. I'm gonna go with the chat on this. There's a lot of crazy drivers because I drive a bunch. I drive a ton.
You drive every day, all day.
Yeah,
anymore with this new position.
Yeah, I log more miles than most people ever dream of, and yeah, so every day is a brand new adventure of me seeing someone driving, going, "Oh my goodness, yep, they did that."
And I don't see how you do it. Just the fact that you accomplish your daily tasks and the places that you go are like out off the beaten path that I don't know how you find it, but you do. But you should tell them if you're not too. You should tell them about what happened to you last week about a certain keychain.
Oh, okay.
If you want to, you don't have to. But since we already, piqued their interest.
Yeah. Okay, so last week I had a horrible week.
You did.
I'll run this down real quick. Monday, I showed up. I'm going to jump in my work truck, go to work, blah, blah, blah. I do my walk around, my pre-trip inspection, and as soon as I pull in, I'm like, something's not right with my truck. Well, my driver's side tire on my truck, it was flat. Mm-hmm. So then I had to get that changed before anything even start. So got to do that, take care of that, take off, and I go way up north, Missouri, do my day, get checked into my hotel, do my next day. Truck's acting a little weird, but not too worried about it. It's work truck. Usually that stuff happens all the time. I go to leave that evening, head back to the hotel. Truck's acting really weird. I mean, really weird. Won't hardly pull itself, just horrible. So I get out, I check transmission linkage, do everything a normal country boy would do, start fiddling with stuff. And I make sure it's all the way engaged in drive, make sure everything's right. I take off. I make it about 3 miles. Transmission shells out completely. The world's awfulest sound you ever heard happens while I'm going up a hill. So there I am, stuck on a blacktop road. I got to make all these phone calls. I'm in the middle of nowhere. I don't know what tow truck service to use. I'm luckily, there are still kind people in this world. And several people stop and they recommend this one particular towing company. So I get those guys. They come out, get me. And tow truck driver gets there and he's like, I didn't realize you had a trailer with you. How are we going to pull this trailer? I'm like, so then I have to figure that out, which that wasn't bad. I was like, hold it. You got a rollback and you got a 2-inch extension there, 2-inch hitch on the back of this rollback. I'll just take the off of mine, take the extension off of mine, put the 2-inch ball in yours, and we're good to go. And he's like, oh, that will work. Okay, let's do that. So we do all that. We get everything loaded up. And then I realized that I am missing a 20 rack of keys for all the locks to all the gates to get into places. All my electrical keys. So I am flipping out. Tow truck driver, obviously, he's on the clock. So he's got to take me and get me to where I need to be, get the truck where it needs to be so I can get fixed. I have to call in a favor when I get back to the hotel, call in a favor, get a guy to come get me, drive an hour back up north and look for my keys in the dark. And they were exactly where I thought they were. They were on a gravel road in the middle of nowhere where I crawled underneath this truck.
Yeah, I can't believe you found it, but you did.
And that was the start of my week. So that this is that all of this conspired by Tuesday. All of this happened by Tuesday. So then Wednesday I was back home to see old Kerri, ScienceGal, and we still haven't got enough stuff done.
Well, you came home, but you just went and hung out with your dad and your son for some stress relief. So, yeah. But that, I tell you, that sounds like a hellacious week. But yeah. I'm glad it worked out and you found everything, but the fact that you found it was astonishing.
Whip's World, I'm with you. I put that on a truck easy, easy every year, no problem. And then I put another probably 20 to 30 now on my car.
Whip asked you what your new position was, by the way. If I read that right.
Yeah.
He's a job planner now.
Yeah.
He gets to go in fancy helicopters and go scope out lines and lose car keys on the side of the road.
Yeah,
it's very
I'm a job planner
position.
on transmission lines. So
Jesse, you overcame
overcame.
Eventually, congrats on surviving another week.
Yeah, I did. And every week it's something, and it's fun. It's just, it is like it is like the fish hobby and the fact you never know what you're going to get yourself into, and you're usually by yourself 90% of the time, and there's no one around to help.
The last title he had, or whatever, however you would describe it, there was kind of a team of them. There's at least two, you and Kenny, all the time, but this time now he's kind of by his lonesome, all by himself, and he has to keep up 2 cell phones and a tablet, and you should see him. I'm gonna get him a fancy little man bag to keep all his little electronics in, and
oh, that's so cool. Well, literally the same thing I do. Yeah, that's what I do.
Mm-hmm.
I used to be the one the planner called to do all the hard stuff. Now I'm the planner that calls in the other people.
But we've got 5 minutes left. Is there anything specific you feel like you need to get off your chest?
No, I'm good. Besides, when we're done with this, we got a podcast to do, and we got to work on tanks, something fierce.
Yeah, and in the podcast, I don't know. It's not bad. It's here and there, but there's like a little pop in our mics, and I got to fiddle with that a little bit. I don't know. But I believe we decided on this week. We'll tease it a little bit the last few minutes. If you want to listen to it coming up, we should have it posted tomorrow. But I think we're going to talk about new tank syndrome and old tank syndrome this week on the podcast. Aquarium Dilemmas. If you want to check that out, or if you want to join our memberships, you can watch the podcast. So that should be, I do have a video coming out probably Tuesday, hopefully by Tuesday. I got to do a few things, but it's all the plants we got from Aquashell. I'm finally going to put the video out, but it's an interesting one. Since the dogs got loose, they didn't look the best. So after you watch the video, leave me a comment and let me know what I should do. But that should be out this, like the next, what's coming out this week, I guess.
The update on what's coming around the corner.
Yeah.
And riding in mini helicopters is fun, by the way.
Yeah.
It is a cool trip. We ride in both. We do the minis, and we do the big boys. Depends on what we're doing, but yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I like the minis myself in the summertime with the doors off, because those pilots are crazy good.
Yeah.
And they'll buzz over stuff for you just for fun, show you how good they are. Kerri, have you signed up for Fish Fam Christmas yet?
I haven't yet. We did last year. We participated last year, but I didn't know honestly, that you could start to sign up for this year yet. But if it's out, then I will. Honestly, we'll probably do it sometime next week, because this week I'm a little distracted and I will forget. So it's one of those things. I'll procrastinate accidentally because I honestly just forget until next week. And it's one of those things, as soon as you remind me, I need to do it immediately after. But I know they need it. They've probably been working on it for a month or 2 already, but it's always fun. I like participating last year. It was really fun.
Well, and does anybody know, is Skipper going next?
I can look real quick.
In our last minute and a half.
I've been slacking with the ones after, because the little one was so sick that I was slacking on the Sunday streams last week. Oh.
Yes, Westworld, it does. It gets your heart pumping. You double check and make sure your seat belts are tight.
No, Skipper's not going today.
Nope. Jenna P. She got there just as fast as you did.
He's helping his parents with 100 bales in the barn.
Well, thank you.
So the next stream will be October 2nd.
Make sure she's signed up. I appreciate that.
Yeah, I'll definitely sign up, but I'll probably do it next Monday or something when I get back. We fly back really early Monday. I'll be there waiting, be like, I'm ready to go.
Well, on a closing note, do you have any other closing thoughts?
Closing thoughts. Thank you for being a true friend and listening to me whine and complain about being freaked out about a parking spot. That means you really are a friend. So thank you.
And thank you for letting me read all the comments in the chat. I was
struggling to read them.
Well, no, I was lurking. I was reading about the rosy barbs that they were talking about earlier, and Stephen P's plants.
Stephen P does have good plants
that some people cannot get, so then that makes other people jealous. Garcia Aquatics, hello.
But mainly just thank you. Thank you for being my friend and listening to our Sunday Funday Live Chat.
Thank you. Hope everyone has a wonderful rest of their Sunday evening.
And next week,
yes,
I can live stream from the Keystone Clash.
I figured you would.
By myself and with friends there. Or we can maybe figure out if we can possibly send Jesse a live chat link. If he pushes on it and downloads StreamYards to his phone, maybe he'll stop in and say hi for like a second, maybe, if you want to. Next Sunday, if you're here.
Okay.
Well, your cousins are visiting, so you might not even.
No, they're leaving Sunday, though, I think.
Okay. We'll figure it out. But thank you.
Yes.
Thank you.
The drawing stuff will be in Chicago, I believe. We packed it up.
For what? The cornhole?
No, the drawing pads.
Oh. But yeah, thank you. And we'll see you soon.
Thank you. Thank you for tuning in. Everybody have a wonderful weekend. What's left of it.